The night was bitterly cold when Karen Reed's SUV stopped outside the Fairview Road residence, but the questions that followed were even colder. As investigators revisited those final moments, they found themselves tangled in a web where every second, every footprint, and every shattered piece of glass carried a hidden meaning. The case didn't start with answers, it started with doubt. And sometimes, doubt is the deadliest evidence. Stay with me, because what happened next shook Massachusetts to its core. When officers discovered Boston police officer John O'Keefe lying unconscious in the snow, the scene didn't look like a simple accident. His injuries, his placement, and the timeline didn't match the story Karen Reed claimed. But what frightened detectives more was how quickly the truth began to shift from one version to another. And in that shifting truth, a storm of heartbreak and betrayal began to rise. If you think the mystery ends here, trust me, it's only beginning. Karen Reed told authorities she believed she accidentally backed into O'Keefe with her SUV after dropping him off. But investigators noticed something strange. Her voice trembled with panic, yet her details were unusually precise. Was it guilt speaking, or fear of someone else hiding in the shadows? Her words cracked like thin ice under pressure. And by the time investigators stepped deeper, they realized something chilling. The truth wasn't just hiding. It was running. As forensic teams examined the SUV, they found damage that raised even more suspicion. But there was another problem. The party inside the house that night had several individuals who seemed strangely guarded, as if protecting more than just themselves. Suddenly, the investigation felt less like a tragedy, and more like a cover-up waiting to be exposed. And Karen, standing alone against a system she claimed was framing her, became the center of a storm she never saw coming. The deeper investigators dug, the more strange gaps appeared in timelines, phone records, and witness behaviors. Some partygoers changed their stories. Others stayed silent. And some, according to defense claims, were hiding crucial evidence that could rewrite the entire case. But silence is powerful and deadly. And every unanswered question pushed Karen closer to the edge of a nightmare she couldn't escape. In court, prosecutors argued Karen was fueled by anger, jealousy, and alcohol. They painted her as a woman losing control of her emotions. But the defense pushed back with a devastating claim that someone inside that house was responsible for O'Keefe's injuries, and Karen was being framed to protect them. Two sides, one truth, yet the courtroom felt miles away from justice. Experts clashed over evidence, glass fragments, dog bites, injuries that didn't match the SUV impact, and a timeline that seemed impossible to reconstruct cleanly. Each piece of evidence carried weight, but together, they formed a puzzle that refused to fit. And the more the puzzle refused to fit, the louder one question became: was Karen Reed a killer, or a scapegoat? Public attention exploded. Supporters of Karen claimed corruption and manipulation. Others believed the evidence against her spoke for itself. The case turned into a battlefield, online, in the streets, and inside the courtroom. Some battles are fought with weapons. Others are fought with truth. This one had neither certainty nor peace. As the trial reached its peak, emotions shattered across the courtroom. Karen broke down multiple times, insisting she loved O'Keefe and would never hurt him. Meanwhile, prosecutors doubled down, presenting each detail like a blade sharpening their case. But every blade cuts two ways. And this one sliced straight through the hearts of those watching. The jury listened, the world watched, and the truth remained trapped somewhere between two painful realities. Whether Karen Reed was guilty or innocent, one thing became clear: someone out there still knew exactly what happened that night. And that truth was still hiding in the dark. Before we reveal more untold details and dive deeper into unseen crime stories, make sure you hit subscribe, because the next chapter might just change everything you think you know.